explaining the concept of the difference between analyzing for the winning color and analyzing for the Rainbow2+. Now, these two concepts could actually look to be the same thing when you are using statistics, but when you look in now, you see the simple and the core difference between them. Now, let's get on. Welcome to NKD SmartView. So for today now, I'll be going into give you the first step. Now, on the system of the winning color and also for the Rainbow2+, we know that we are making use of colors. So for the color and this, we're making use of colors. When you talk about dragon, it's much more in line with a different field, bed zero, a different field, hilo, a different field. But these two are the ones that what seems to relate in what? For Ninja. Now get this and get this clear. Whenever you're making analysis in the color section, be it for the Rainbow2+, Rainbow3+, whatever it may be, always make sure you use the color statistics. This is because the rainbow now, it deals individually with a color across different options 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Be it for the green, be it for the red, and be it for the blue. But when you come into the color section, you are looking at a color, the strength, the momentum of a color all together. So what that actually tells you is the fact that you are looking at this as single units when you're going in for an analysis. While when you're using the color, you're looking at this as the overall unit. So what I'm trying to say in this is the fact that as long as you're doing anything relating to color on Ninja, always stick with the color statistics. If you want, you can use rainbow as a form of confluence, but for the overall strength, for momentum of a color, always make use of color statistics. Now, as I told you, today we'll be spotting how to get a setup for the winning color and the Rainbow2+. Now, the thing here is quite simple. Once you come onto your statistics, you check out your color. Don't go in with the mindset that I'm coming in to play Rainbow2+ or I'm coming in to play winning color. That is why on my section for mentorship, I teach, let's say I cover everything except for this 1, 2 currently. So high-low was just added recently. This and this has always been there. What I'm trying to tell you is the fact that when you come in to stake, don't look in for this. Let this be a point of confluence. Put your mind around the color if you want to analyze. And when you are doing so, don't come in with the mindset that I want to play Rainbow2+ now, or I want to play winning color. Come in with the concept and the idea that whatever statistics tells me here is what I will do. If it says winning color, I go with winning color. If it says Rainbow2+, I go with Rainbow2+. I don't see a difference why you should play winning color or Rainbow3+. Rainbow3+ is when a color appears up to 3 times or more in a row. The only time that Rainbow3+ beats winning color is if you have a draw. Let's say 3 green followed by 3 red. And that occurs once in a while. So, looking at the fact that the odds for the winning color is 3.80 and that for Rainbow3+ is 3.20, don't do it. Always stick with the winning color. The chances that you are getting yourself into a situation whereby there are 2 colors appearing at the same time is quite lower and is not suitable on the long run to be wasting such odds. 3.80 odds to 3.20. Don't do it. Now let's get on now. So when you come on now, as you know, ideally I make use of the 24-hour statistic and as well as the 100 draws. So when I come on now, I want to look into the 24 hours. I want to read this. So when I'm done reading this now, I want to come over to the 100 draws. Now, what I see on the 100 draws is what tells me if I should start looking into play a winning color or a Rainbow2+. As I've explained in previous videos over the last few months, when you come on, if out of, let's get to it now. Let's use 100 draws. A second on this. So let's say you come into 100 draws. And I've always stated that just keep this by the side. Don't do so much on analysis there. What you can do with this now is to actually register. Is this at the higher or lower band? So currently, draw is not in the higher band. Neither is it on the lower band. So good, it's in the mid phase. Now, the second thing you want to do is to look amongst this. Now, what can you see on screen? We are having ourselves a very ranging period. In fact, ideally, I don't like playing. This is it. All of them 25. Nobody's dominating. So on 24 hours, we have dominance. On 100 draws now, we do not have dominance. When you see such a setup like this, don't even bother going for 2+. Do you understand me? That is because there will be a change, there will be a shift. Two things that will happen now is the fact that two of this, within the two of this, one will drop. It could be this, it could be this, it could be this. One will rise. Then one is actually going to remain stable and contend with what? Your draw. So within these three colors now, 1, 2, 3, when there is such a tight setup, it could be something like this: 22, 22, 28, 28. You understand me? So when you see something like this now, you have what? Balance here. These two now are going in for a flip, these two are going in for a flip. But when you see something like this, all 25, what happens after this is quite simple. One of these must always go into momentum. It's not always the one that breaks first. What I mean is the fact that look at red now. Red is on 26. Red has increased. Blue has dropped. This has remained stagnant. What I stated now is the fact that it's not about the one that breaks first. Red has gone up. In a few minutes now, red could be the least. It might be the first one to go up, but it's not the one to continue. Look at this now. Red has remained stagnant. Green has dropped. Blue remains stagnant. This has actually what? Remained stagnant. But before you can see the flip here. So what I'm trying to say in this given sense is the fact that according to my 24 hours now, I'm looking in for blue. If and only if it meets my parameters on the what? 100 draws and last 10 draws. Now let's go over to the last 10 draws. Alright, looking very much at the last 10 draws, there is nothing substantial here. So let this draw come out. Let's look in. As I told you, I'm looking for blue 2+. For rainbow 2+, if I want to play rainbow 2+. But if other parameters are not met, I'm going in for winning color. That's why I told you that when you come in, if you can successfully eliminate 2 colors, you pick the color that you want to play. If you can only successfully eliminate, let's say, 1 color, you pick this winning color, and that's what we are going to be doing now. So from the next gameplay, we are going on what? Winning color. We are playing what? Blue, red, and no winning color. So that means my expectation is the fact that green should start waving or start dropping. That means in a few minutes, green could likely be the lowest or draw could be the lowest. So as of this next gameplay now, what we are going to be doing is quite simple. We look into the last 10 draws. Let's see what has happened in the last 5 draws. So we had here draw, we had here red, we had here blue, we had here blue, we had here green. Good. Every option has appeared. Now dominant setting. As you know, a few minutes ago we had 25, 25, 25, 25. You get that setting. Following up with that now, we had all of them appear. Green has done so. So from ID 32, this is what we are doing. So from ID 32, we are not meeting up on this. So from ID 32, play blue, play red, play no winning color. Now, as you know, when you are going on the winning color system, you are going on with what? A martingale that covers up to 3 times. If you are following up on my system, your martingale will cover up to 3 times. So what that means is the fact that during these few minutes, it could be 10 minutes of a draw. I will make a calculation though to explain to you further. It could be 10 minutes of a draw. It could be 15 minutes of a draw. Within that 10-15 minutes, expectation is the fact that we should not see green win anything more than 2 times. In most cases, the fact that now we are in a lagging gameplay, you might not see green even appear once to win in the next 10 draws. You understand me? As I've told you, there are 2 types of gameplays in 4Ninja. There is a lagging gameplay. So lagging, L-A-G-G-I-N-G. This is a gameplay that you start very early. That means you start this gameplay before it actually sets up. Then there is a leading gameplay. This is one you enter when it has already started. So whenever you join a lagging gameplay, you find yourself having to dance around the option that is not the best for you. So in this case now, we are in a lagging gameplay because we are still at the early phase. When you are in a lagging gameplay now, let's say you are playing red 2+. You find out that for that period whereby you are playing red 2+, red will be struggling. Red can win once, lose another one, win 2 times, win another one, win 2 times, lose another one. You know that kind of thing. But Once you are out of that lagging phase, the next thing you find out is that your color red can go 10/10 because it has started getting to the earlier phase. So every gameplay has what? 3 phases. It has what? The lagging phase, it has what? The leading phase, and it has what? The ending phase. So every gameplay has these 3 phases. The lagging phase is the phase whereby that particular color option, whatever it may be, is trying to pick up momentum, which is currently now. We are on blue, we are on what? Red, and no winning color. This is the lagging phase. That means green can be trying its best to appear. Few minutes later, you might play 10 draws. 10/10, you will not see green give you even anything more than 2+. 3+ will not even appear. Then you go into the ending phase. That is the phase whereby you start seeing that, yes, this my momentum is dropping. It could be that you started this phase, the lagging phase, at ID 42. Now you went into the leading phase at ID 57. Now you are at the ending phase at ID what? 62. So for 20 draws, within 42 to 56, you are at the lagging phase. Then from 57 to around 61, you are at the leading phase. So from that entire period, that your color, that your option, be it high-low, be it winning color, be it bet zero, was dominant. Then the ending phase, whereby you then had what? That particular option start lagging. You should understand it as a better, as an analyst, as someone who understands the system. You should know when you are in either of these 3 phases. And no phase starts without another. From the leading phase, you enter the ending phase. From the ending, you go over to lagging. From lagging, you go over to leading. From leading to ending. From ending back to lagging, then to leading. That is how it works. So you do get the entire ordeal. So let's get up now and see what is happening. We started our gameplay at ID what? 32, right? Yes, at ID 32, because we had here green, blue, draw. Okay, blue, red, and draw. So I told you at this stage that all of them has appeared. So dominance follows. Now we have blue, we have green. As I told you, we are in the lagging phase. So green still has a tendency of coming out, because in the next few minutes now, you will see the screen. It could be in the next 5 draws, filled up with either blues or reds. We'll go over to 100 draws shortly. So let's look at this now. Blue, green, red, blue, red. So you can get it. Out of 5, we've only gotten green once. So if you are actually staking on either blue or red, you have yourself a good gameplay. So let's get on now. We've gotten ourselves another green. So let's look at 6 gameplays from ID 32. Green, red, blue. Red, green, blue. 2-2. So it's quite balanced now. We are in the lagging phase. You don't expect green to start dropping. Green will start dropping after dominance has what? Left his side. Let's look at last 10 draws. So we started at 25, 25, 25, 25. And as I told you then, look at what is happening. I told you that within these 2, one is actually going to drop massively. And within these 2 also, another is actually going to dominate. So we have blue with domination +3, red +1, green -1, draw -3. So 3 here went here, 3 here, 1 here, took from here. So you get the whole system. So that is how dominance works when you have what? Equilibrium. Sometimes, as I told you, it could be on 22, 22, 28, 28. You're looking for a flip. You tag it. You understand? When you have such a setting whereby 2 has 2 options like this, 2 has 2 options, go over to your 24 hours. Then you go in now, you do your tagging. Once you go over to 24 hours, you know that this is 22, this is 22, 28, 28. These 100 draws. Now go over to your 24 hours. Look at what the stat says. What the stat says on 24 hours now determines how you would approach this, because you want to look in for who could likely dominate, who could likely drop. Amongst these 228, one must bow for the other. Among these 222, one must bow for the other. That means there must be a change. Draw at the upside, draw at the downside. Becomes what? Momentum at the upside. One will gain momentum, one will keep on dropping. 28, 28, one will gain momentum, one will keep on dropping. Then one thing you should know is the fact that at every given point, 3 things happens. Within these 4 options here, one gains momentum. It can be any of the 4. I'm not going to give an example on this. I just want to give the idea. There must always be one color on momentum at every given stage, one color slacking It could be at this stage now, blue is on momentum, draw is lacking. These two will always be on equilibrium. That is because at every single draw that comes out, one should win for one to lose. A soul will be taken for a soul to be what? Achieved. So it's much more like there is this saying, there's always a price to everything. The price for eternal life is what? Death. That means something must be given for you to get something. So that is how it usually is in this system. Something must go for something to come. Then two remains around what? Equilibrium. So that is how it always is. The system is quite balanced. One going up, one going down, two ranging. So get that whole idea. Now following up with this, we started at idea 32, right? So we have 1, fill this, 1, 1, 1, fill this, 1, 1, 1. So you can see what happened here now. We have ourselves 1 green, we have ourselves 2 green, now we have ourselves 3 green. So let's look at we currently have 10 draws. Good. So we have filled green once here, we filled green 2 times here, 3 times here. So we have ourselves 7 out of 10, and green has not won 2 times in a row. And as I told you, there are 3 phases. We are in the lagging phases currently, where green will still be trying. Before you know, we are entering the leading phase. That leading phase, green is dying. As you know, currently draw is dropping massively. So in few minutes now, draw is actually going to hit bottom. I've told you that in the game of 4 Nigeria, there are 2 stages. There is what? The higher band and the lower band. Okay, 2 band. So this is between 35 to 42. I've explained this severally to those who are on my mentorship program. Then there is what? The higher band. The lower band, which is what? Around 12 to 16. Now, one thing to note is the fact that these are the general stages. It can always what? Go below. You can see an option fall. Let's go over to a live. You can see an option fall all the way below less than 12. There has been cases whereby, let's say, a color will fall to 8. You can see blue now 28. Before you know it, it's rising 35. Before you know it gets to 42. That is the main stages that colors get to. When they get to 35 to 42, they tend to top. Then they start reversing. Chances of going above 42 is always so low. The same thing with dropping. Chances of dropping below 12 to 16 is also low. But there have been cases whereby a particular color will go as low as 8. So the fact that I say it's low is not that it's impossible. It's just that this is like what they say, this is high, this is low, this is average. So this is what we term as average, the normal parameters that color actually get to before reversal. There's always that point. There is the starting point, there is the peak point, then there is the reversal point. So starting point, peak point, reversal point. So you understand. So for the higher band now, this is what? The starting point. This here is the peak point. So this is the 35 to 42. Goes from around here to here. So anything above this now is what? An extra peak point. That is anything above 42. So this is between 35 to 42. This starting point here could be actually 23. It could be anything around that. Then after the peak point, you go in for what? The reversal point. From 42 or 44, it starts reversing. Sometimes it goes, as I told you, this is 23. Sometimes it could go now to 20. Then from 20, it reverses. It does not necessarily have to go down to 12 to 16 before reversal can come. Like in this case now, you saw this at 25. A few minutes ago, I showed you it was at 22. It did not go to 16. Before you know, in the next few minutes now, you can see it at what? 30. It did not have to necessarily go down to what? 12 to 16 before it starts reversal. It's just that once you see an option ranging around that number, 35 to 42, start getting in mind that it could go into reversal. It does not necessarily have to. That means whenever I'm on a gameplay, I start seeing, let's say I'm playing blue 2+. Once I start seeing blue now giving me 34, I've started being wary of playing 2+ on that blue. Once I'm also playing a color, I start seeing another approaching 12 to 16. I will start considering that this can start changing very soon. So if I was, let's say, on winning color, as we are now, draw green, blue and red, rather, draw red and blue. Next thing, green starts falling. Green does exceedingly poorly. Next thing, it finds itself on 16. Once it's on 16, I've started having that mind that, okay, it's time to end my gameplay. I don't want it to get to 12. That is why that parameter has been set. Once it's getting to that 16, I don't need to necessarily see it on 12 for me to understand that, yes, it can go in for a reversal. So let's check out. So this has been the gameplay so far. We started from ID 32. So from ID 32 to ID 37, we had 2 blue, 2 red, and 2 green. So this is the second green here. Now from ID 38, we had ourselves draw, right? Okay, blue. We had ourselves here red. We had ourselves draw, green, draw, red, blue, green, and a draw. So have you understood this now? So from the last 6, we had what? 4 out of 6. Coming up here now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 7 out of 9. So we have a total of 11 out of 13, right? 11 out of, okay, 11 out of 15. So 11 out of 15 so far. So do you get the deal? Now we've gotten ourselves 3 green and 3 red. It's still what? A draw. So this is a draw. This was what I was explaining in the beginning. That rather than you going to go and play color, rather than you playing Rainbow 3 Plus, where is it? Rainbow 3 Plus. Here. For 3.20. Go and get yourself color for 3.80. So you do get the idea. Rather than playing the Rainbow 2 Plus, get yourself color. Play it out. Very simple. 3.80 odds. The chances that you get this really comes. And this is actually a case of a draw. So that means for you to lose in this, you need to have what? The color. Mess up your color up to 4 times in a row. Okay, 3 times when you're talking about winning color. So what that means is the fact that here now we have ourselves 3 green, 3 red. Let's say you are playing blue, 3 plus. You need another 3 green, 3 red, another 3 green, 3 red. Let's say you're only playing 3 plus blue. You are not playing as I'm doing in this setting whereby you have 1, 2, 3, just 3 plus blue. You need this particular setup here to appear 3 times in a row or more, because martingale for 3 plus of a single color can be long. Those days I knew about analysts that were trying to get a martingale that could stretch as much as 15 times. I can never think about that. Any strategy that you are getting, maximum martingale should never exceed 4. Never exceed 4. Once you exceed 1, 2, 3, 4, just know that your analysis was wrong. Don't bother overstretching it, because what do you mean you want a martingale of 15 times? So you do get the concept behind that. So this is it right now. We are in the lagging phase, and out of 6 first, 9 later, 15, out of 16 games, right, or 17. Let's see where we got this draw. Okay, we got this draw here. So out of a total of, so from ID 32 to ID 49 is 18 gameplays. So out of 18 gameplays, we've lost total of 4. So we have 14 out of what? 18. That's a decent one. So do your maths now. 1,000 naira per stake for every color. You are making 800 naira per draw. Now we are not going to consider the 4 losses, because when you're using martingale, you only consider how much you make in recovery. So 14 straight losses times 800 is somewhere around 11,200, right? I'm quite good in maths, so I believe that is it. 11,200. Then your recovery, right? Then your recovery, okay, sorry about that, I did not put in the recovery ranges. So we can only count ourselves where at the points whereby we made wins. So this was it here. And recovery right now, except if you are using same stake pattern, which will actually give you 800 naira. That means when you use 1,000 in the first gameplay times 3, that's 3,000. To go in for the next gameplay now, to still get the same 800, you need to make a recovery pattern that will make you make 800 naira when you go 3.80. So that is quite high. So in most cases, whenever I'm going in for recovery, after the first loss, 800, I target around 400 for my recovery amount. You do get the whole understanding. You don't need to make your recovery amount as much as what you would have made on the first amount. It makes the martingale rather so high. So make sure you target in for around half for the next, so that the martingale will be quite decent. So rather than I did 1,000 on the first to make 800 times 3, that's 3,000. Then you want to go in next to now get 800 again on the second. You might need to now start taking as much as 15,000. Drop it down to like 10,000. So that rather than 800, you might make it 500 or 400. You get the whole idea. So the concept there is not to recover what you would have made on the first take. Whenever I'm going in for recovery, most of the time, I'm not so much about profit. Even a break even is okay by me, because my target is what? Winning on a stretch, not winning consecutively the same amount. It's all about what? The longevity of the game. Now, this is it here. We are getting to the leading phase of this game. So in the lagging phase, we were seeing things like this. So in the lagging phase, we were having what? Things like this. Now, 2 green, 1 green, 1 green, 2 green. You understand? We are getting to the leading phase. Now we get over now to the 100 draws. What do we have here? This is back to 25. You understand? It was on 22 before. Now it's on 25. So that's why I told you that who started the race might not be the one to end it. Red was the first one that broke out from 25, 25, 25, 25. Now you can see it on 23. Blue, rather, as I told you then, that if I wanted to go on 2+, I wanted to play on 2+ blue. But I told you I did not have enough confirmation to go. And as I also stated, if you can only eliminate one color, go on to your winning color. If you can successfully eliminate 2 colors, which I was unable to, then you go on to what? Rainbow 2+. So that is the whole idea there. That's the concept behind this. So right now, draw has not moved. This -1, this -2, this +3. So what this one lost and this one lost, this has gained. So this one now is what? Moving in equilibrium. These two now are quite what? At the same pace. This is doing a -2, so this is the one that is dropping. These two now are the ones that are what? Ranging. This one is dropping, this one is increasing. So as I told you, at every given stage, one option must be rising, one will be dropping, and 2 will be going to the side. So these are the 2 going to the side. So that is it here. And let's check out our last few games. So we have ourselves what? Another green here. Then we have ourselves 2 green. But all in all, last 10 gameplays, we've only gotten green 1 and 2. So 8 out of 10. It's very simple. The major thing is know how to analyze. Use your 24 hours, use your 100 draws, use your last 10 draws. In every other thing that has happened, we've not seen green win 2 rows at a time. Contrary to that, look at blue here, 1, 2. So you do get that idea. From the beginning, blue was our favored option. So that is it, and I believe I'll be ending this video right about here as I move out. This is around almost 30 minutes. I don't really like my videos being this long because, yeah, the new algorithm now favors watch retention, watch hours. If you're making long videos and people are not really watching the videos all the way through, you won't really, your channel, it will be against your channel. So that's the reason why I stopped doing so much of a lengthy video, because most times people might watch 3 minutes, they're out, 5 minutes, they're out. It affects your channel. So do have a nice day.